Welcome to Plus 2 Wrestling. No Ty Scott here because I want to just take a moment real quick to tell you about my friend Brandon Holman. Brandon was a really funny guy. When I first met him, he was wrestling as Boom Hayden, but he eventually evolved into Dick Dynamo. Dick Dynamo was a very over-the-top and very entertaining character. I got to call a few of his matches, and I always had time to pull him aside and say, what do you want me to say about you? And I remember when he formed an alliance with Man Bun Jesus and the Groovy Grizzly, he said that he wanted me to say that in a drug-filled stupor, Man Bun Jesus had a vision, and at the end of that vision was Dick Dynamo. And when Dick found that out, he made sure Man Bun Jesus never ran out of drugs, so he would always be worshipped by him. It was just little things like that I always really enjoyed the creative mind, and I made sure I said that every time on commentary when they came out. Brandon was a great guy. He always said hello to me with a hug while he was eating chicken and rice straight out of a pot backstage, and was truly a joy to be part of this business with. So, rest in peace, Brandon. Tomorrow, May 18th, at the Power Plant Live in Baltimore, Maryland, it is Best of the Best 20, the 20th edition of the biggest independent wrestling tournament on the East Coast. The entire video's about it, so I won't spend too much time on it here. I'm just going to tell you that I hope to see you at the Power Plant Live in Baltimore at 6 p.m. Get your tickets now at czwrestling.com. The very next day, Sunday, May 19th, SPO Wrestling presents Heroes Welcome. There you will see the SPO debut of the Patriot. Also, the in-ring debut of Live Danger for Superpowers of Wrestling. Also making a debut for SPO is Ruckus when he goes one-on-one with Jordan Oliver. Also, two individuals go into this event with undefeated streaks, but one of them must come to an end as Lucky 13 goes one-on-one with Pat Dynamite. It's going to be a fantastic show, so head on over to spowrestling.com and get your tickets right now for Heroes Welcome. Only a few tickets remain for the front row. Plus, I have a bunch of YouTube plugs. This Sunday, May 19th, over on the High Tension Wrestling channel, it is the first episode of High Tension Wrestling Boiling Point. I will be on the call as we launch a new series called Boiling Point. See what's going on in the world of High Tension Wrestling. It's going to come out bi-weekly, so every other Sunday, starting this Sunday. Also, you can see me on the Opinion City Podcast, Life with Wrestling. You can check that on the Opinion City Podcast YouTube page. That debuts, I believe, tonight, the day that this is uploaded, 8 p.m. So check that out over on Opinion City. And also check out Witchcrafts by Lily, where you can see me talk fashion. I forgot my tie today. That's fine, I'm keeping this. So if you want to see me talk fashion, even though I don't have a tie, check out Witchcrafts by Lily. And finally, be sure to check out 5 Questions with ABJ over on the Anthony Blackwell Jr. podcast channel. You can check that out on YouTube as well. Lots of Scott content on YouTube right now. I'll leave links below or in the card at the end of the video. Best of the Best 20, a CZW tradition where we gather the best of the best in the world of independent wrestling and have them face off in a one-night tournament. And this year we have collected 12 of the biggest, fastest growing names in professional wrestling. Now you might be thinking 12, that doesn't mathematically work for a tournament usually, but the way it works is we're going to start with 4 three-way matches. That'll get us down to 4. then to 2, and then we will crown the winner of Best of the Best. Now, these three-way matches are elimination. There's no quick pinfall and stealing your way into the semifinals. No, both of your competitors must be pinned or submit. And let's break it down. So this is Best of the Best Bracketology. Let's start with what I believe to be the most difficult match to call in the opening round. That is Isaiah Wolf versus Kenta versus Troy Parker. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that Troy Parker is the dark horse of the Best of the Best tournament, and I think that is a huge mistake. The Black Nightmare, Troy Parker, not only is he a member of Vendetta, who have been running roughshod over CZW as of late, but Troy Parker is one of the most calculated wrestlers I've ever seen. Troy always does his homework when getting in the ring with someone and always goes in with a game plan. So if Isaiah Wolf and Kenta end up underestimating Troy Parker, that's going to be a huge mistake. On top of that, Isaiah Wolf has shown us a new side as of late. It's not fun and smiles and chanting Wolf anymore. No, it's kill, Wolf, kill.
You hear that? See, those chants are going to get louder and louder as I progress to the tournament. See, Best of the Best, I was there last year, but that was just to prove that I'm the best at CZW. See, this year, it's to prove that I'm the best in the world. And to do that, I got to beat Troy Parker, who I know well enough to know that there is a hole in his game, and I'm going to expose that. But to get to the meat of the matter, I'm going against Kenta, the innovator, the Japanese sensation, international superstar, you name it, he's done it. But quite honestly, there's a new evolution of professional wrestling, and Isaiah Wolf stands at the forefront of it. You want to strike? We can strike. You want to get technical? We can get technical. You want to brawl? We can brawl. Everything that you've been through has not prepared you and will not prepare you for the campaign of Kill, Wolf, Kill. I respect you for right now, but when you stand across the ring from me, I don't give a shit if it's between Troy or Kenta. Either one of you guys are going to lay victim to a silencer. Yeah. So please listen to the chants as I walk away.
Both of these individuals have what it takes, not just to win in the opening round, but to go all the way in this tournament. The problem is they both drew Kenta. Kenta is a Japanese legend. He ran all over the competitors in New Japan Wrestling, and he is the creator of the Go to Sleep. Kenta is going to be a hard one to stop in this tournament. I think this match is going to be a war. But I think if I have to pick someone, I'm going with Kenta. Next, we have Miami Mike Walker versus Robert Martyr versus the top guy, Griffin McCoy. Now, CZW faithful may not be as familiar with Robert Martin. We haven't seen Robert Martyr in a CZW ring for almost 2 years now. But he is a force to be reckoned with. The Poison Youth is a 6-year veteran at just 23 years old. And he's been itching to make an impact in the combat zone. Unfortunately for him, he has drawn Miami Mike Walker and Griffin McCoy. And why they are not a formed tag team, they have tagged together quite a few times. These are two individuals that know each other very well as partners and as adversaries, and I could very much see an alliance forming between the two to get out Robert Martyr. So when it comes down to Mike Walker versus Griffin McCoy, Mike Walker is all about the post game. He's about there to have a good time and have a good time after the event. Griffin McCoy is all about one thing, and that's winning Best of the Best. Best of the Best is the reason Griffin McCoy became a professional wrestler, and it's that focus and intensity that's going to bring Griffin McCoy to the next round.
Last year, everyone and their mother thought I was going to win the Best of the Best. Even me too. Not even make it out of the second round? Are you kidding me? When I say top guy time all the time, I lose in the second round? Yeah, that shit fucked me up. I said, fuck that. I went on not just one, I went on 2 European World Tours in 1 year. I wrestled on pay-per-view, I wrestled on TV. Every company I go to, I wrestle for belt, and I wrestle in main events. Because I am the top guy. So hell yeah, this year, Griffin McCoy would eat Griffin McCoy from last year alive. He wouldn't last in the ring with me. I've gotten bigger, I've gotten faster, I've gotten stronger. I'm one of the most popping young wrestlers in the world right now. So everyone in this tournament better lunch me. I'm gonna show everyone I'm not just the best of the best. I'm the top guy. And this tournament is on top guy time. Oh, and Kenta-san, I better see your ass in the finals, my boy.
Also, we have Storm Grayson versus the Silver Snake, Richard Adonis versus Young Glory, Brando Lee. Now, Richard Adonis and Brando Lee know each other very well. They've been playing this game of one-upmanship, trying to show that they are the fastest rising star in the combat zone. And these two have locked up before. As a matter of fact, the last time these two butted heads was at the Power Plant Live. And it ended in a no contest because both of their bodies ended up splatted on the concrete floor of Power Plant Live. Now, Brando Lee is an intense striker. He always has that puncher's chance because it only takes one to knock someone out. But there's something bubbling underneath with Richard Adonis.
Since 2001, CZW's Best of the Best tournament has been a showcase of some of the greatest talent all across the world. And not only that, it's been a pretty good indicator of who's next in this business. In 2024 is no different. See, we have guys like the 99 overall, Miles Hawkins. We have the legendary Kenta in this tournament. We have Robert Martyr in this tournament. And we have the top guy, Griffin McCoy, in this tournament. But see, I have a feat that none of them can tout. For the last 8 months, I've been undefeated in singles competition. And there isn't a single person in this tournament that's gonna knock me off the mountain that I'm currently on. And it's all because of the Masquerade. This family that I have at my back, this family that I have at my ready has made sure that I've been staying on that peak for those last 8 months. And the Best of the Best tournament will be no different. It belongs to the Masquerade. CZW belongs to the Masquerade. So get in line and render unto Adonis. Render unto the Masquerade.
So do I believe that Richard Adonis is walking away with the victory? Actually, no. See, the problem is with these three-way matches in an important tournament like this, you don't want to be distracted by your personal grievances. I think that Richard Adonis and Brando Lee have a lot to prove to each other. And that's going to open the door for Storm Grayson. Storm Grayson comes from Chicago and enters this tournament as the current freelance champion, a title that he's held for over a year. He is not coming to Best of the Best to leave in the first round. I believe Storm Grayson is going to take this one. And that brings us to the Prince of Camden, Deshaun Pratt, versus the 99 overall Miles Hawkins versus Sean Smith. Now, Sean Smith is probably the most inexperienced out of all the competitors to enter Best of the Best. But this is a man that's willing to put his own body on the line, no matter what it takes, to make sure that you leave feeling like you got your money's worth. But therein lies the problem. When your focus is on that reaction, when your focus is on the crowd, it's not on your competitor, and it's not on winning the tournament. I am expecting a great showing out of Sean Smith because he has the most to prove. He's the most unknown entity entering Best of the Best. But I can't see him walking away with the victory. So that leaves us with Deshaun Pratt and Miles Hawkins. And Miles Hawkins has been very impressive as of late, picking up a victory recently at Love Park. He personally believes that he hasn't gotten his due here in CZW. He also thinks that I personally snub him sometimes. I'm going with Deshaun Pratt. Deshaun Pratt is the veteran in this tournament. I think it's that knowledge and awareness, and he's no stranger to this format of matches. I think it's that experience that he brings into this that's going to show for a Deshaun Pratt victory. So that brings us to the second round. So first I have on my tournament bracket Deshaun Pratt versus Kenta. And truth be told, I would say on any other day, Kenta could run away with this tournament. But I think Kenta got a really rough first round. Like I said, I'm fully expecting Isaiah Wolf, Kenta, and Troy Parker to be a war. I think out of everyone, Kenta's going to win the first round, but be the most worst for wear. I think he's going to take the most damage out of any winner of the first round. And you don't want to go injured or hurt up against Deshaun Pratt. Deshaun Pratt is hungry right now. He had a taste and a chance at that world title, and it fell through his fingers. He's not going to make that mistake again. So any sort of injury, any sort of problem Kenta is going to have in that match from his last match, Deshaun Pratt's going to pick up on that. I truly think if Kenta goes in with any sort of problem, if he shows up at 98%, well then Deshaun Pratt is going to pick apart that 2% that's hurt. And he's going to pick up the victory. I'm predicting an upset victory as Deshaun Pratt is going to put away Kenta. On the other side of the bracket, I have Storm Grayson versus Griffin McCoy. And as much as I believe Storm Grayson really wants to prove himself here in CZW and go home with the title of Best of the Best, I really feel like it's Griffin McCoy here. Griffin, as I always say, works so hard. He is constantly destroying his own body and rebuilding himself stronger and faster and more motivated. I truly believe it is top guy time, and we will see Griffin McCoy in the finals. Here are my finals. The Prince of Camden, Deshaun Pratt, going one-on-one with the top guy, Griffin McCoy. These two have had a very similar journey. They've both gotten very close and not been able to capture that title. They're both insanely motivated to push their bodies to the absolute maximum. They're both so hungry and so invested here in the combat zone. It's very evenly matched. So it's hard for me to really make a decision here. It's really hard to choose between these two. I kind of want to flip a coin, but best of the best is all about ability. It's not about luck, and it's not about chance. When it comes to the advantages each person has here, I am going to give a slight advantage in terms of speed to Griffin McCoy. I'm going to give a slight advantage to strength to Deshaun Pratt. I'm going to give a slight advantage to Deshaun Pratt in terms of knowledge and veteran experience. But I want to give the durability advantage to Griffin McCoy. So these all seem to kind of cancel each other out. So it seems so even. So the question then becomes, who's going to win this? Whose time is it? Well, I just checked. Apparently, it's top guy time. I think this is the year. I think we will finally see Griffin McCoy win best of the best. But that's just my bracket. Who do you think is winning best of the best? Well, the only way to find out is to join us at the Power Plant Live, May 18th in Baltimore, Maryland. I will be there looking sharp. I hope you're there looking sharp. And thank you so much for watching +2 Wrestling. Be sure to check out some of the videos I got on screen. They're all from other YouTube channels, but they're all stuff that I did. Support them as well, so hit subscribe. And then I want you to go to one of these videos. I want you to hit subscribe there too. Thank you so much for joining me. I have to go find my tie, so I'm going to go do that. And I hope you have a great day.